King Charles, bless him, will celebrate his official birthday in his first ever Troop in the Colour as monarch, but after 4 guards fainted during rehearsals, is the day in danger? We'll discuss who could be at his first ever birthday honours list as well. Mike Graham's on the list, I'm not. But first, across the pond, the problem prince is still making a splash. Do you get what I'm on? The US government has been accused of stonewalling after refusing to release Harry's visa file amid questions over whether he lied about his past drug use. So the question is, did he lie? Or is this a special treatment case by Biden and his cronies? Joining me to discuss this is our amazing TalkTV royal editor, Sarah Hewson, and she's flown from LA just to be with me, host of the Die For Daily podcast, Kinsey Schofield.
Hi, I brought you a snow globe.
From LA?
It's a Los Angeles snow globe.
Can you please...
And you need it. The weather's really hot right now.
That's
we don't need snow. We like this weather.
That's really nice. Timmy, we have to keep that. Thank you very much indeed. Hey, good catch me on, son. On his knees. Did you hear his knees go? Ladies, welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's start with Prince Harry, if we can. Explain to me from an American point of view. Spare came out. He wrote that he'd taken drugs. We know that if you've got a drug conviction, you can't go in and out of the United States.
I mean, they will make special privileges for people, though.
Do you think this is the US government withholding this information because, I don't know, why?
Well, I mean, they say it's his privacy, but Sarah and I looked at these questions. They're very specific. They specifically said, are you an abuser? I don't think Harry would consider himself a drug abuser. He's been very open and honest, not only in his book, but in several television interviews about his drug use. And to me, it feels like the Heritage Foundation, this feels like a political chess move.
So the Heritage Foundation is a right-wing organisation, and one wonders about their motives for pursuing this. But their argument is, Sarah, that this information should become publicly available. Thoughts?
Yes, 2 questions that he would have had to answer on his visa application form. Have you ever been a drug abuser or addict? And have you ever broken any laws when it comes to illegal substances? And we don't know what he put on that form. The Heritage Foundation want it out there. And they want to know, did he lie? Did he get special dispensation? They went to court. They wanted to get a Freedom of Information Act out there. The Department of Homeland Security said, no, we're not doing it because it's not in the public interest sufficient to override Prince Harry's privacy.
OK, so is it stonewalling? And here's my argument to both of you. If you write a book, and we're back to that privacy thing again, if you write a book and you put it in the public domain, you're fair game, aren't you, Kins?
Absolutely, but this does look like the Heritage Foundation is trying to make an example of Harry. If the Department of Homeland Security gave him special privileges, it proves, according to the Heritage Foundation, that the Department of Homeland Security aren't doing their job, and they are the reason for our current migrant crisis.
Yeah, and I think what Kinsey's point is this is more about the Heritage Foundation versus the Biden administration and the Department for Homeland Security. And Prince Harry becomes a very useful tool in this to launch a high-profile case and to get it in the headlines.
It's really interesting, but we've talked for months about Harry and her. I didn't mention her by name. And how if you move away from that whole royal thing, you become a celebrity and you become fair game. So if you're right on the Heritage Foundation because they want to put the boot into Joe Biden, who probably won't even know where the boots come from or whatever, he's put himself in that position. I'm not saying it's right or wrong. He's put himself in that position by, in effect, saying, I want privacy, 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 and then writing about his entire... He didn't have to say that. He didn't have to admit, by the way, when he lost his virginity and that poor girl was outed and had to come and do an interview with Piers.
And don't even talk about the Elizabeth Arden cream. I'm still traumatized.
Too much. Oh, come on, we've just got over that. Yeah.
Tell me about the what?
No, we don't want to go there.
No.
We don't want to go.
I don't even know what you're talking about. The reason my ears perked up because I'm getting old is my mother used to wear Elizabeth Arden.
Well, so did Harry's, OK? So did Harry.
On his face?
No.
Brilliant. You don't want to talk about this. Now, it's interesting because the records for late musicians George Michael and John Lennon are online, as well as those for the mother of US Vice President Kamala Harris, whoever she is. So this sounds like it's private and it's special treatment.
This could be embarrassing for Harry either way. I mean, he's either admitting to using drugs.
But he's admitted it.
Yeah, well, but it could be embarrassing because it looks like he's getting special privilege, which he doesn't like that kind of attention.
No, you think about the court case last week. He certainly didn't like a story that suggested he got special treatment at Sandhurst Military Academy when he had a bad knee, and was he...
Was that for the cream,
excused
the knee?
from... No.
Right.
Was he excused from marches? You're going to look this up in the break.
It's his third leg. It's his third leg.
I honestly didn't know about the cream. I'm assuming in my head...
Used to treat frostbite.
Oh, the willy.
Yes.
Look at them both go. Look, she's come all the way from America. She can't believe I've said that. We asked... this is interesting. This is really good. Very, 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 very quickly. Trooping of the Colour, big spectacle. The King's birthday. Does he have one or two birthdays?
Well, he has his birthday in November, and then this is his official birthday, because you wouldn't fancy doing a great big parade in November in the British weather. So
well, they wouldn't faint through heat, would they?
Well, exactly.
They might get frostbite, need a bit of cream. We're back there.
We are going to see King Charles on horseback taking part in the parade. We're going to get the coronation flypast that couldn't happen because of the weather on May the 6th. That is going to be happening, and it will be a spectacular. We'll have the family on the balcony. We won't have Harry and Meghan, of course, there on the balcony. We might get another starring moment.
This is what happened the other day when they were doing some marching up and down in the heat. If we're going to pick, look at that. And you know, this poor bugger got up, right? When he sort of, and then he just, hold on a minute, are we playing this out? And then he just suddenly went, oh, I think look, they're running towards him. This is brilliant. Just watch this footage if you haven't seen it. This is duty for you. Oh, I think I should have, oh, God.
That is what military training does. This was the Colonel's
Starts
view.
blowing his thing again.
Yeah. Prince William was inspecting the Welsh Guards. He's Colonel of the Welsh Guards, and he wasn't the only one to faint. There were 3 minimum that fainted in their uniform and the bearskin hats. I don't think it's going to be quite as hot on Saturday, but Charles is 74.
Yeah.
He's going to be riding his horse Noble, we believe, in the parade. And the first time that we've had a monarch riding in the parade since 1986. That was when the Queen...
You are a font of all information. This is brilliant. We asked the wonderful viewers, sorry, I'm joking, of JK Live, who would you nominate to be on King Charles's birthday honours list? Alexander said Douglas Murray, couldn't agree more. Cameron, really? Larry the Cat, that's not Davy. No way. Tanya, Martin Lewis, about time he had a knighthood. Yes. Elvira. Oh, God, Elvira, really? Oh, do I have to read this? Piers Morgan arrives, Sir Piers. Can you imagine? David, Boris Johnson, brilliant. Patrick, all the EastEnders cast, really? And Pat, Mike Graham and Kev O'Sullivan. So literally nobody's mentioned me.
That's what we were going to do, right?
I mean, it's quite interesting with the Boris Johnson honours list. So the King gets one as well.
Yes, the birthday honours list. We had the... I mean, normally it would be chosen for people who've done great works for charities or whatever. I mean, I don't know who's going to be on it. We'll find out on the 17th.
Who would you nominate?
Who would I nominate? Yeah. Well, I think the awards that go to ordinary people who've done extraordinary things are far, far more valuable than those to go to people who are already in the public eye and already have been rewarded. But if we're going to have someone in the public eye, what about Penny Mordaunt for services to sword carrying at the coronation?
Wow. Kins?
Jeremy Kyle.
I absolutely love a Booker every single time. Oh, my God, right. No, I'm silly, ridiculous. Never mind. Can I also very quickly, can I say to Margaret, and I did this mention last night, she didn't hear, she's from Cornwall and she's just started watching TalkTV and she loves it. So, Margaret, thank you for making the big switch.
Hi.
Ladies, thank you. It's going to be fascinating. The Harry thing's going to roll on. The Trooping the Colour will be amazing, the official birthday. And I can't believe you've come to see us. Have you come for Trooping?
Oh, I'm so excited. Yes, absolutely.
Amazing. Thank you for the snow globe. We love you. Thank you both very much indeed.